Hello, Barrett Ursick here from Holganix, here today to talk to you about the tip of the month. You know, here it is in Philadelphia in late January, and I'm sure that most of you have already set your New Year's resolutions, and maybe a few of you are still working on those New Year's resolutions. Many of you may have even forgotten your New Year's resolutions by now because, I mean, what the heck, January's almost over, and only something like 11% of people that set New Year's resolutions actually keep them and follow through on them. So, you know, let's think about what is a New Year's resolution. It's nothing more than a goal. We just decide to pick New Year's as a way to set a goal in a time that we can all sit back and think about how do we want this year to shape up 2016. So I'd like to talk to you today about how to set goals in a good way and make sure that you actually follow through on them. So there's an acronym that many of you have heard called SMART. Set a SMART goal. And SMART stands for S is specific. The goal's got to be specific. You know, it can't just be, hey, I want to grow my business in 2016. That's not specific. I want to grow my business by 150 new clients. That's very specific. So make it specific, make it metric driven so that you can know if you actually can get there and if you're moving towards that goal. It's got to be that metrically driven goal. That's specific. The next one is it's got to be measurable. So when I say metrics, you need a key performance indicator, something that tells you what do I need to measure to get closer and closer to my goals. And so there's two things to think about there. One is, let's say our goal is to increase our business by 150 new clients this year, and so that's specific. And the measurable piece, obviously, how many clients have I added, you know, per day, per week, per month. But probably we want to step back maybe even more than that and say, okay, what activities can I measure that are leading indicators that tell me if I'm going to get customers? So maybe if we know our closing rate on estimates is 20%, let's say, well, if we want 150 new clients, well, that means we need 5 times that many estimates that are done within a certain period of time. So it's not just about measuring the result of the sale, but it's about measuring the activities that lead up to the sale, right? So very important that we get to those leading indicators, and then we track them every single day. And then if we can just measure those little actionable items every day, then we know we're moving towards our goals every day. So measurable. The next one is action-oriented. So again, this is just kind of breaking it down a little further. We want to measure the things we can do, and we want to measure the leading activities that generate the result of our goal. And what are the specific actions that we need to perform in order to make those activities happen? So it's got to be action-oriented. List your action steps on how you're going to get to your 150 sales goal. Maybe one action item might be contact a direct mail company to set up a direct mail campaign. Another action item might be talk to another lawn care company who has grown by 150 customers in a year and see what some of their secrets are. Another action item might be get my salesperson or the person who answers my phone trained on how to close sales, just as an example. So action-oriented. So SMART. R would be realistic. I mean, look, if you have, let's say right now you have 500 customers and you want to grow by 150. You know, I would say that that's a realistic goal. But let's say you have 500 customers and you want to grow by 5,000 customers. I'm not telling you it's impossible, but I am telling you it might not be realistic based on resources that you have and experiences that you have. You know, you want to keep that goal realistic. I mean, make it an exciting goal. Make it a stretch goal. Don't make it a layup. But at the same time, don't make it so far out that you just don't have a chance of hitting it. And then the last one in SMART would be T, and that would be put a time limit on it. So don't say, hey, I want to grow by 150 customers, period. How about I want to grow up by 150 customers by May 1st, 2016, or whatever date you would have. So it has a deadline and a time limit. Look, at the end of the day, a man without a goal is like a ship without a rudder. Sooner or later, they both wind up on the rocks. So here, I'm telling you, encourage you to set some goals this year. Make 2016 a great year. If you've already kind of set some loose goals with a New Year's resolution, but you're not moving towards them, go back and think, did I break them down into a SMART goal? And I'd really encourage you, do that. Get them smart, get them going, take some action, make it happen, and make 2016 the best year that you've ever had in business. So that concludes my tip of the month. We'll be back to talk to you soon. This is Barrett Ursick from Holganix, signing out. Thank you.